Beaver Wars. Major engagements. Ontario, Canada. Destruction of the Huron Confederacy, 1648 to 1650. This was a campaign, not a single battle. The Iroquois, armed with Dutch guns, launched a series of devastating attacks on the Huron, Wendat, villages, who were key trading partners of the French and had fewer firearms. Key actions. Battle of St. Ignace, March 1649. Iroquois forces captured and destroyed the major Huron village of St. Ignace. Battle of St. Louis, March 1649. A nearby village was attacked shortly after. A small French Huron force led by Jean de Brebeuf and Gabriel Lalemant was captured and martyred. Combatants. Huron Confederacy, Wendat, against Iroquois Confederacy, Haudenosaunee. Outcome. Decisive Iroquois victory. The Huron Confederacy was shattered, its people killed, dispersed, or adopted into the Iroquois nations. This destroyed the heart of the French fur trade network. Michigan, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Ontario, Canada. The Great Lake Offensives, 1650s to 1660s. The Iroquois used their victory over the Huron to attack other tribes in the region, including the Neutral Confederacy, 1651, the Erie, 1654 to 1656, and the Susquehannock. These were campaigns of destruction and dispersal. Combatants. French colonists and targeted native confederacies and tribes against Iroquois Confederacy, Haudenosaunee. Quebec, Canada. Battle of Long Sault, May 1660. A small French force led by Adam d'Ormeau, along with Huron and Algonquin allies, was besieged in a makeshift fort by a much larger Iroquois war party. After a fierce siege, the French and their allies were almost entirely wiped out. Combatants. French and Allied forces against Iroquois Confederacy, Haudenosaunee. Outcome. Iroquois victory. However, the delay the battle caused is often credited with preventing a major Iroquois raid on the vulnerable settlements of Montreal and Quebec. Quebec, Canada. Lachine Massacre, August 5, 1689. In a devastating surprise attack, 1,500 Iroquois warriors raided the settlement of Lachine near Montreal. They killed dozens of settlers and took over 100 captive in one of the most infamous events of the wars. Combatants. French colonists against Iroquois Confederacy, Haudenosaunee. Outcome. Iroquois victory. A massive blow to French morale and a demonstration of Iroquois power. Ontario and Quebec, Canada. Campaign du Chevalier de Troyes, 1686. A French expedition led by Pierre de Troyes overland to James Bay. They captured the English Hudson's Bay Company posts of Moose Factory, Rupert House, and Fort Albany. While against the English, this was part of the broader strategy to outflank Iroquois influence. Combatants. English forces against French forces. New York. The Schenectady Massacre, February 8, 1690. In a brutal winter raid during King William's War, a French-Canadian and Allied force attacked the English settlement of Schenectady, New York, a key Iroquois ally. The town was destroyed and 60 inhabitants were killed. Combatants. Schenectady settlers against French and Allied forces. Outcome. French and Allied victory. This raid brought the Anglo-Iroquois alliance into the larger transatlantic war. Quebec, Canada. The Great Peace of Montreal, 1701. Not a battle, but the event that ended the Beaver Wars. Weakened by decades of warfare, disease, and facing a renewed French military strategy under Frontenac, the Iroquois Confederacy, and especially the Onondaga, signed a major peace treaty with New France and its many allied native nations. Signatories: the French colony, the Great Lakes nations, and the Iroquois Confederacy, Haudenosaunee. Outcome: the Iroquois agreed to remain neutral in future conflicts between France and England. The war for the fur trade was over.